Hi there, and thank you for taking some time to take a look at my 2014 Ford F-150. I'm going to open this video by saying you're looking at a very rare and rather unique truck, for the sense that not only is it a limited trim F-150, which are already hard to come by, but what makes it extremely unique is the fact that this truck was optioned from the factory with the same 6.2 liter V8 that came in the Ford Raptor and has been featured in numerous years of the Super Duty lineup. This truck, I have not found another one like it. I spent forever trying to find a truck that I really wanted and stumbled across this 2 years ago and have absolutely loved it. I've enjoyed it, and now I am ready to pass it on to the next person who will enjoy it just as much as I have. And my thoughts with this video is I want to give you a quick walk around on it. We'll start with the exterior, then we'll move on to the interior of the truck. And then, of course, last but not least, we'll look at more than likely why you clicked on this video, which is to see that 6.2 liter V8 that's under the hood of this truck. Let's start off with some ownership. I am the third owner of this truck. I bought it from the second owner, who was in the military, that somehow managed to find this truck that the original owner spec'd out in Florida. And he special ordered this truck. It's, again, very rare. It has every option checked on it, including some that on the Ford Builder, on the customizer, you could not order. So I'll go through those. I'll tell you what I did to it. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or send me a message. Starting off with the exterior, this truck is tuxedo black metallic. And as you can see from the reflection, this thing absolutely shines. There's no wax on this truck. Well, there's wax on it, but I didn't put any wax. This thing didn't go through a multi-$100, several $100 detail before this video and these photos were taken. I did that on purpose because I just wanted you to see how nice this truck looks. It does have 18-inch wheels off a newer generation F-150, and that's because these limited trims come with 22-inch rims from the factory. I still have them. If you want them, you can have them. However, I preferred having a little bit more meat on the road versus the size of the rim that was 22 inches in diameter. I feel it gives it a really nice balanced ride. It's not too jarring. It kind of takes things kind of like a mini Raptor. It just kind of goes over things. You don't really feel it in the cabin. Let's go through over here. You've got HID headlights. You've got your fog lights down below. In typical limited fashion, your tow hooks are chromed. You have a special limited grille, and this truck features a black, not blue, Ford emblem up front. You have, of course, like I just mentioned, the 18-inch rims that are on Falcon Wild Peaks. These Falcon Wild Peaks still have plenty of tread left on them. This truck has upper control arms that are dropped for the ready lift that is on this truck. As you can see down below, there's a little knob on the bottom of the shock. If you go back in that video, you can actually adjust the dampening, so the firmness of how these shocks handle. That's on all four corners. Every shock here has that knob, so you can adjust it. Also here too, it has brand new, basically 8,000 miles on these brakes, front and rear. They're Power Stop Extreme, brand new calipers that I had painted red, and drilled and slotted rotors. As we move to the back, this truck does have power deployable running boards. That was a factory option, and so they go in and out, and they both function. Here in the rear, again, another set of matching Falcon Wild Peak tires. You have your drilled and slotted rotors, and you can kind of see right there the Power Stop Extreme pads that are in those red rotors. You also have here the same Rancho suspension that the truck has all around. Coming back here, you have parking sensors. They work. You have a 2-inch tow hitch receiver. You have a 7-pin and a 4-pin with a trailer brake inside the truck. You have the factory reverse camera. A little party favor that I added to it that was extra was I put in a dampening tailgate, so that way when you open the tailgate like I just did, it doesn't slam down, nor do you have to bear all the way to the tailgate as you open or close it. You can simply just pull it and let it drop. This truck also has a pop and lock tailgate. What that means is when the truck is locked, it'll automatically lock this tailgate. So you don't have to remember to come back here and lock it with the key, or if you need access to it, you have to put the key in to open it. If the truck's unlocked, this tailgate's unlocked. If the truck is locked, this is locked. Now, another thing that this truck has, which again is one of those things that I mentioned, you could not order it from the factory. It has a bed rug over a Ford factory lined bed. Now, I'm sure you could have probably bought that as an accessory. However, from what I was told, this truck came with that from the factory because it was a special order truck. I put on a backflip G2, which is great because you can roll it all the way up. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So that way you can use the pickup truck for pickup truck things, or if you want, you can have it all secured. And I believe this holds up to 200 pounds on top. And as you close it, they just latch and then they lock by themselves. It also has the Ford tailgate step with the pole that rises. There we go. So if you need a little bit of extra assistance getting into the truck, you can use the step followed by this grab handle to go ahead and assist you up. Moving on, we have the Ford Racing by Borla exhaust. This is the same exhaust, from what I am told, that the Ford Raptor received. So you have your dual out pipes that are chromed instead of blacked out like the Raptor. These are chromed to match the chrome on the truck, as well as this truck has, let's see if I can show it to you from back here, a Hellwig rear sway bar. So that's a Hellwig rear sway bar. You can look them up online. They're about 500, 600 bucks, and they do an absolutely amazing job going ahead and locking the back up, giving it a rear sway bar. So it's a little tighter in the corners. I live in a pretty hilly area. I noticed the difference right off the bat. It's also adjustable, which is why you have those two screw holes on either side. I don't know if you can see it there, but that's the Ford Performance exhaust. This side also has functioning power running boards by Ford. Close the door and automatically they go right back up. Another thing that this truck has that I've put on it is blacked out side mirrors for the indicators. Those work. No other truck has that on the lineup. They're usually just a yellow light. These here function, so if I grab the keys to the truck, which by the way, this car comes with 3 keys, you'll notice when we click unlock, same on this side, they go over. Process is the same for both sides. This truck also has remote start to it, which is nice. It also has the keypad with the code in the glove box should you want to go ahead and open the truck using your code. I think this is a good segue to come into the inside of the truck, so that way you can see just truly what makes this truck unique. All years, with the exception of 2014, came with the red and black interior. 2014 was the only year that it came in Marina Blue, which is what you see here. These seats, again, have not been modified. This video is not altered. That's how clean these seats are. There's no tearing on the seat whatsoever. As you can see here, the bolster and all the stitching is all original. Nothing has happened there. We have a little bit of chafing right there, but that's it. Also too, it has a wood steering wheel that matches the trim on the doors as well as in the center here. That I had made for this truck because no F-150 came with a wood steering wheel unless you got the platinum one, but Limited's just got a full leather steering wheel like the Lariats did. So I had that commissioned by a company out in Dallas. Back here, let's take a look. You got an original custom fit sunshade. Down here, you've got some rain ponchos, but also too, you have a bolt lock. This lock is kind of neat. It is programmed to fit the actual truck key. So that's included. That way you don't have to carry a second set of keys for a lock. You can just use your car key to unlock that lock. Back here, you have heated seats for both sides. You also have a power outlet. You've got a cigarette lighter, conventional 12 volts right there. You have this here is a Ford rear carpet mat, but it's out of a 2015, which is the newer body style. They did not make one for 2014, which is why that one is there and WeatherTech is in the front. I just wanted it to be all weather for both front and rear. Back here, you have a rear facing dash cam that connects to the front facing dash cam right there. So that way you are protected from both front and rear should anything happen. Again, really nice marina blue interior. Looks really, really nice. Here are your door cards. And while we're checking out door cards, let's look at the bottom of these doors. As you can see, we have no rust, we have no corrosion, none of the stuff one worries about when buying a 2014 truck. Let me show you this side, all nice and clean. A couple of scratches, but that's just from age, people going in and out. Over here, all nice and clean. These here are little chips, it looks like, from people going in and out with their shoe to hold the door, but no rust otherwise. Coming over to the passenger side, that rear window opens and closes, and I'll show you where that switch is in a second. Here is the right rear door. Here's the card. And these windows do have tint on them. It's not very dark. I think it is just right at the legal limit. That right there, we're missing just a little bit of paint right there, but that is not by any means oxidation or rust, that corrosive rust eating the truck. Here's this side. Let me step back so you get a better angle of it. And as you can see, really nice marina blue on black leather. This is your Sony 700 watt factory sound system. And let's take a look at that backup camera. There it is. And it's wired into that camera right there up front. Headliner is extremely nice. It's clean. There's no stains or anything like that on it. Back seats, again, both sides heated seats, which is nice. Coming to passenger front door, here is the door card. And again, you can see it's nice and clean. Come up here, we've got our WeatherTech mats, and then we have a really clean dash. And I'll get to why you see a Cobra on the screen. That's actually a Sync 3 system. This truck was upgraded from the My Ford Touch, which, if you've had any experience with that My Ford Touch, you'll know it is an extremely frustrating system. So this has the Sync 3, which is found on 2015 and newer F150s. So let's go in here. And now, as we sit in this truck, let's look at the dash. We got 106,500 miles. And once we're in here, some lights will stay on because the truck's not on, but I'll show you in a second how it runs. I wanted to show you this Sync 3 system right here. So you have Sync 3, which gives you Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, as well as the newer infotainment system that you get on the F150s versus the My Ford Touch, which has those color coordinates on the screen. Everything still works on it. You have volume controls, I'll show you right now. You have volume controls that work, your presets work, all your toggles work. You don't lose any interface. Inside the glove box, you have the 2 USB ports, and of course you still have that. This here, you'll see in a photo, that holds your iPhone. If you've got one of those that has that MagSafe, your phone can actually sit right here while you plug it into the Apple CarPlay. Really nice shifter. Again, no leather issues with it. All really nice and clean. Heated and cooled seats up front, you'll see that here in the Climate. We have heated cool seats for both passengers. We have dual temperatures, so if you want to have 2 different temperatures, you totally can. No issue there. We have a sunroof that functions. And we can close it. And now let's tilt it. Perfect. Let's close it. And now let's do that rear window. There's the rear window. All right. We have here 2-wheel drive for auto, for high, for low. And then we have, if you pull it back, the rear locker. And all of that works. You can see right there, we got the rear locker there. We also have a trailer brake controller that allows you to use your trailer in case you have a trailer brake. And let's see, what else can I show you in here? Why don't I show you what you've probably all been waiting for, which is this 6.2. Before we make this video a half hour long. All right, here she is in all her glory. The Ford 6.2. Now this engine has not been washed. We did not steam it. We didn't do any of that. Again, this is so that you can see this truck, how it looks as it should be. You can see there is plenty of dirt hanging out on it. So that way, again, we're not hiding anything. Well, I'm not hiding anything. My detailer's not hiding anything from you. It is just a really clean truck. All 16 spark plugs were changed at 100,000 miles. And we put on MSD ignition coils on it. So it has Ford factory spark plugs, and it has the MSD ignition system on it. Super clean here. And then right down here, you're going to see 2 plugs. This side is for a battery tender, which is one of the reasons why I'm selling this car. I don't drive it very often. And right here is the engine block heater. So, and then as you can see up here, you got your factory emission sticker. Here's the cowl. All looks clean and good. Perfect. So why am I selling this thing? Why am I getting rid of such a rare car? Well, for what I just alluded to a second ago, I've owned this thing for 2 years and I have put on it 10,000 miles, if that. I think I bought it with about 96,000 miles, and it sits at 106. It's too nice of a truck to drive for me everywhere I go. I have a work truck that I use for work stuff, and I have not dared to use this one for that. And now I've gone ahead and gotten myself a travel trailer, and while this truck can handle the weight, I really don't want to stress this truck just because of its rareness, I guess you could say. So I figured I'm going to pass the baton on to somebody else that will truly continue to take care of this truck and enjoy it. And again, it's a really nice truck. You can't find them like this. And so I really hope you are interested in it and are wanting to take it over. Before I let you guys go, let's hear how this thing sounds. Looks really good. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a message either in the comments, send me a message through the auction site. Go ahead and get in contact with me with any of those ways, and I'll be sure to return your call. Thanks again. See you soon.